yeah, the brakes on these are first time I rode this outside on with traffic, almost dropped it a few times because the front brakes are really grabby, really good. Takes a lot of getting used to, especially coming from a scooter. With the scooter you can just grab a handful of brake. With this you just tap a little bit, it just bites down so hard. So you got to be careful with this, with the brakes on these. Come on, let's overtake the tricycle, guys. Sometimes I think the ABS on the rear kicks in a little too soon. The rear brakes are good too, really good. I've had some close calls, especially when I was the first 4 months and got a little too happy with the throttle, and the ABS saved my butt. I was on third gear. I was in third gear doing 10 kilometers per hour or below. Oh yeah, the height, the ride height of this. If you have a passenger, with how we make humps in the Philippines, it scrapes, the bottom scrapes. So you gotta go really slow on the speed bumps. With the passenger, I even put my foot down to push the bike up, because this bike is slow. Yeah, the ride height, the seat height, you will appreciate this bike if you're, I mean, you can comfortably ride this bike at 5'4", you know. 5'2", if you're skilled, it's very doable. Even at 5'1", with longer legs than usual, 5 feet, even then. But this bike seems to be made for, the sweet spot for this bike, I would say, between 5'5" to 5'10". You know, 6 feet tall, you know, it depends on the person, I guess. You know, it might be a little cramped, 6 feet and up. I mean, I'm only 5'7", and when I first started riding this, I thought the foot pegs were a little cramped. But now I'm really used to it. So it is a great bike for Filipino height. I looked it up too. The average height of a Filipino is 5'5". I thought it was like 5'7". I guess if you count the depressed area and the provinces, it would go down to 5'5", because there's a lot of short people. Like, yeah, if you're living in the metro, you have an office job, you know, it seems like average height's about 5'7", which is the sweet spot for this bike. I'm not even listening to the GPS. Shades on. Let's put the shades on, baby. Nice and sunny out today. It's actually a pretty hot day considering it's January. So you will notice I switched out the side mirrors. Basically the stock ones, they stick out. I mean, it's ridiculous. They stick out probably 3 inches on both sides. So these side mirrors that I put on, they're actually narrower than the bar. These kind of situations, it's not taxing at all. Pulling in the clutch, going slow, trying to balance the bike at slow speed, it's actually really easy. And right now I'm not feeling any heat, despite the heat indicator only has 1 bar left until it gets toast. Oh frick, look at that. The bus taking up the bicycle lane. See, look, if scooters can do it, I can do it too. This thing's so narrow. the stock tires. You know, considering I'm not an expert, I learned how to ride a manual motorcycle on this thing. I don't know, they feel fine. Then again, it's not like I'm a street Rossi. I've taken it, I've gone up to Baguio multiple times with the typhoon going on. And I would do 130 kilometers per hour on the expressway with the stock tires. When it's raining really hard, and it did fine. Of course, it was just going straight. But then I can imagine the limitations that it has when I'm going through the twisties. I can imagine a thicker tire. So I've clocked in almost 9,000 kilometers on the tires with total with the bike. And yeah, it's been great. The tires have been doing alright. Did alright. Almost always short shifting. I'm always thinking about the fuel economy. Alright, it's a good time to talk about the suspension. Oh, that was a wire. That was a wire on the road. Okay, like I said before, on EDSA, if you're on a scooter, you don't want to go over 50. But with this, you know, going 120, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's still not a deal, but it's not painful. Yeah, so the suspension is very compliant, perfect for Metro Manila or most of the Philippines. Any city in the Philippines, because there's a lot of bumps. I'm just keeping on 5th gear, and I still got plenty of torque, so I'll just keep it on 5th gear. Went down to 45 and plenty of torque, even to overtake. Look, you can just stay on 5th gear. It's crazy, right? Although it's more advisable to stay on 4th gear, so when you really need to make that pull, you got the power. But yeah, 5th gear, no problem. That's how you save gas. So see, look, this is really bumpy. If you're in a lesser motorcycle, you would not be having a good day. You feel it in your back. Then the seat, the actual seat itself is pretty soft. In comparison to its competitors, at first I didn't think it was, but I sat in the other bikes. Yeah, it's pretty soft in comparison. So you can do an hour and a half without stopping and still feel fine in this thing. Probably 2 hours max if you want to take a rest. But yeah, the suspension and the seat, the comfort is excellent for Manila traffic. So one negative that always pops up in reviews with this bike is the vibration, more specifically through the handlebars. There is some, as you can see on my handlebar, I put a foam cover on it. But then again, my left hand is the one that always falls asleep. It even does that even with a scooter. With the Honda Click 125, that didn't have any vibration at all. But yeah, I don't think it's that extreme. It's nothing that'll put you off, ruin your day. Some do report vibration on the foot pegs. I don't feel any. There's some vibration on the rear seat. On the rider seat, there isn't. On the passenger seat, if you move your body back and the back of your butt's touching the rear seat, it's vibrating. Look at those tires. I wonder if those tires help with performance or they're just for looks. Let's see if it clears up. Let's accelerate at 4th gear. Woo! with the comfort level of the Z, I would argue it's a great touring bike. Soft seat, soft suspension, you're not very tall, you can go to the mountains comfortably, attack some hills, you can still put your foot down. Because with other adventure bikes, if you're 5'6", 5'7", your heels would still be up like 3-4 inches. Unless you get a lowering kit, in which case, you know, what's the point of it being an adventure bike? Might as well just get a naked bike. Sit upright. Turning U-turns into a left turn. Oh, dang. Kuya went into NLEX. He had to go around. Yeah, he had a... I must have been like a 110, 125. You have to be 400 cc's to get on NLEX. That's another one of those cars with the weird tires sticking out. RFID. Oh, let's go through here. Easy trip only. Proceed on green. Oh yeah, yeah, baby. Ah! Oh, it's a curve, so I can't crank it. That's all good. I'm gonna show you guys. Woo! Yeah, yeah, baby. Yes, very nimble, especially at these speeds. I don't know, man. Going through right next to big trucks, 10-wheelers, 14-wheelers. It feels fine, you know. I watch other reviews say it's you get pushed off. I don't get that. But I'm only 185 pounds. I'm just sticking to 6th gear. Let me push my glasses up. See, look, 150. Nothing, like nothing. I gotta watch out for the radars though. Gotta watch out for the radars. You never know, you never know. Check my wallet. Oh, it's still there. Look, 22.7 kilometers per liter. That's because I'm always short shifting it. See, you can even stay on 6th gear doing 70 and still have plenty of pulling power. See? That's from 70 to 117. Like nothing. Easy. This thing has so much torque. The funny thing is, once you get up to 180, it's gone. It's like, what happened to the power? Yeah, getting up to 170 is really easy. If you start to slow it down a little bit to 180, then you hit 180. Whoop. It accelerates like butter too. The engine is very willing. It's not strained at all. You don't feel like it's having a hard time. Let's do a 6th gear 100 to 130. See how long it takes. 6th gear 100 to 130. Here you go. Oh, 130. There you go. 6th gear 100 to 130. Yeah, so I mean, sports cars got nothing on this in terms of acceleration. So really, why would you need a faster motorcycle? Yeah, those for those guys that want to go 250 and up. You gotta get the 4-cylinder, right? I'm alright. I'm good with doing 180. I'm cool with that. I don't need to do 240 and up. And plus, this is so light, so easy to bring, so easy to filter in traffic. I've dropped this before 3 times already. Twice I picked it up by myself. It wasn't that hard. See, this whole time I just stuck to 6th gear. I got plenty of torque. Oh, there's the shell. Oh, San Simon. That's our exit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sun's way out, dude. Be making it right, and this is MacArthur Highway, right? There's the MacArthur Highway. A long time ago, you want to go to Baguio, you go through here. So far, we're doing 23.6 kilometers per liter. So what else can I say? You know what, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it there. You know, it's been a great 1 year. Oh, come on. You know, I've clocked in almost 9,000 kilometers. Like, ridden. Really far away places. It's been a great touring bike. You know, I recommend this for not just for short people, you know, but for anyone that just wants a fast bike that's not heavy. You know, 2-cylinder doesn't sound as good as 4, but it sure is heck a lot lighter and a lot more nimble. So yeah, it's a great bike. It's a great bike for the city. Excellent for filtering. You know, for the power, it's economical. It's got all the power and torque that you will ever need legally. Plus, it's the best value in the market. $375K. The 2019 at least. Because they have a new model of 2020. So that might go up a little bit. It's still a great bike though. Even if they put 10K, make it 385, it'd still be a great bike. Alright, thank you for watching. Peace out.